On this channel, we have covered multiple Australian animals due to how diversely unique they happen to be. In fact, many of the channel's most well-received videos originate from the land down under. So in this video, we're going to continue the trend by taking a look at Australia's state and territorial mammal emblems. The Australian Capital Territory is, as the name implies, where Australia's capital city of Canberra is. I know, how surprising. What actually is surprising is its choice of mammal, the brush-tailed rock wallaby. Despite being designated as the territory's mammal emblem in 2018, this wallaby hasn't been seen in the area since 1958. For perspective, Papua New Guinea, then known as Papua and New Guinea, was still a territory of Australia. New South Wales is like South Wales, except it's not in Wales, it's in Australia, and it's Australia's most populous state. Home to Sydney, the Sydney Opera House, Sydney Sweeney, and the platypus. One of those might not be true. The platypus, also known as the duck-billed platypus, is one of the world's most unique animals. Not to mention, it's been around longer than ducks, so maybe calling them duck-billed is a bit inaccurate. Oh well. The Northern Territory is the southernmost territory. Hold on, I got my globe upside down. There we go. The Northern Territory is a territory in the north-central region of Australia. Its largest city is Darwin, named after Charles Darwin, and its territorial mammal emblem is the red kangaroo, which is found throughout the southern portion of the Northern Territory. The red kangaroo is the largest marsupial in the world. Queensland is so large that if it was its own country, it would easily be one of the top 20 largest countries in the world, equipped with an army of face-eating drop bears. In case you haven't figured it out, Queensland's state mammal is the koala, which is not only a beloved symbol of Australia as a whole, but also a beloved native of Queensland. South Australia is in the south of Australia. I checked this time, I promise. Its state mammal is the brutally named southern hairy-nosed wombat. Imagine you forgot to trim your nose hairs and some hairless ape walks up to you and goes, "Yeah, that's a hairy-nosed wombat, alright." And that's it. That's your name. Forever. Well anyways, the southern very awesome wombat lives in a very small range, primarily in South Australia, but also extending into neighboring states where it's very awesome and not at all hairy-nosed. Tasmania, despite having a deep history with the Tasmanian tiger, had to go with the other animal with Tasmania in its name that's for certain still around. That would be the Tasmanian devil. No, not that one. This one, which is a whole lot scarier. Also, please don't hurt me, thylacine believers. Victoria, despite being the second smallest state by land area after the aforementioned Tasmania, is the second most populated state, probably because of Melbourne and its 367 suburbs, if I had to guess. The state mammal emblem is the leadbeater's possum, which is a critically endangered little guy found in just a small area northeast of Melbourne. Fires, logging, and feral cats have all contributed to the species' decline. Work is being done to preserve their habitat and breed them in captivity, however the threat still persists due to bushfires and the difficulty of captive breeding. Western Australia is the largest state in Australia, and if it were a country, which it almost was historically, it'd be larger than every country in Africa, majority of Europe, and many more. It's quite big, unlike its state mammal, the numbat, which is a small insect-eating marsupial. The numbat is all alone within its family, and its native range today is just a speck of what it used to be. Hopefully this adorable little termite eater can mount a comeback. Well, those were the state and territorial mammal emblems of Australia. What country would you like me to look at next? Until next time, thank you for watching, and take care.